Hi, I'm Monica Christofferson with the Efficient Organization, and today I wanted to talk about interruptions, specifically about disrupting them and what they are, what two types of interruptions there are. So I'm going to do a little screen share. Let me pull that up, and let's look at interruptions and what to do about them. So there's two types of interruptions. There's active and there's passive. And Dave Crenshaw talks about these. And I'm going to put a link to his YouTube channel. He's got a lot of great content, so you'll see that below. We're going to talk about the two types and some solutions. So let's start with active. An active interruption, it's your choice. You are stopping something probably to do something else. So that might look like something that you're working on that you are dragging your feet on that you don't like to do, and you stop and you actively interrupt yourself and do something else. What might that look like? Making phone calls, chatting with coworkers, getting coffee or snacks, checking email, texting, checking social media. That doesn't mean any of these things are bad. You might need to get up and take a break and go stretch and get a cup of coffee. You might need to check email. You might need to text somebody about something. But you might be doing it when you should be working on a critical task and you're interrupting yourself. So passive interruptions are interruptions that are not your choice. It's something or someone that's coming your way. Let's look at them. Email notifications, receiving a text, seeing your phone light up, someone chatting with you, maybe about personal stuff or to ask you a question, dropping in your office. It might be having meetings, the phone ringing. Again, even if it's on silent, maybe just seeing your phone lighting up. It could be that you're being stopped in the hall, people see you, they have questions for you, and they think that's the green light to say, hey, I need to stop you and ask you a question. Again, there's a lot of these things that we have to do. But if you're working on your most critical task of the day, something that has a deadline, a due date, a financial consequence, you might want to try to curb some of these interruptions. So we want to look at some solutions. Active interruptions, the ones that you are causing, what can you do? First, remember that you are in control of yourself, you're in control of your schedule, you're in control of your planning, you're in control of the actions that you take and the interruptions that you cause. And so just starting with yourself and really having some discipline. Of course, not everything goes exactly as planned, but just as much as you can, being in control of what you are doing. So turn off distractions during your critical tasks. Stop getting those email notifications, the text, the phone, turn it off, or put it on airplane mode, stay off of social media. Again, if you can just do this while you're working on your most critical task, if it's an hour, great. If it's 96 minutes, which is what I have people try to strive for, which is 20% of an 8-hour workday, that is a great time to close the door and try not to interrupt yourself and really stay focused on the task at hand. And however long you can do that, an hour and a half, it will really help you with your productivity. So turn on the timer if you need to. If you really have to stay focused for a certain time, like, okay, I've got 45 minutes. If you have a timer going, it's going to make it a lot less likely that you're going to stop and go do other things, because you're going to know, I have to stay focused before the timer goes off. I know for myself, it's a huge motivator. Passive interruptions, the ones that are coming your way. Let's take a look at those. Let people know your availability. So share your schedule. It might be that you have a shared calendar. It could be that you just put a note on your door. It could be that you have a closed door and people know that when that door is closed, unless there's an emergency, we need to keep it closed because that's when you're working on your critical tasks. You're going to have to open your door probably throughout the day so people can come to you and ask questions. But just knowing maybe it's first thing in the morning, you're working on your critical task, your door is shut, and that's a sign for people. Voicemail messages can go a long way. If you have a schedule that varies from day to day, you might have to change your voicemail daily, but just to let people know when you're available, when you're in meetings, when you're going to get back to them. I think oftentimes people have a lot of grace if they know when you're going to do things versus just wondering like, why am I not hearing anything? So they'll know like, oh, all calls are returned after 2 p.m., whatever it might be. And schedule time for questions. So you might have a person or multiple people that are asking you questions throughout the day. So you might need to schedule some specific time with them, daily, weekly, monthly. You'll be able to figure that out. But just having that time where you're focused on their questions can really ease people's anxiety, and they know they have some time just set aside for them, and hopefully they'll save some of their questions so they can get them all out at one time. A couple little extras: don't let interruptions derail your whole day. Interruptions do happen. You know, you plan the best you can. Get critical tasks done first. That way, if you get those things out of the way, things that could affect the revenue line, deadlines, due dates, financial consequences, and then you have some interruptions later, something important comes up, something goes sideways, hopefully you've already gotten the most important thing out of your way. Plan the best you can. Just know that there will be things that come along. The unexpected does happen, but be consistent. And if you're consistent, you will see your productivity improve, even if some things go sideways sometimes. So I hope those are some helpful tips for you with 2 interruptions, active and passive. And I hope the solutions are helpful for you so you can be more productive in your day. And I hope you have a great day.